Today, we're joined by Mr. Winston Crooke, coordinator of the Nevis Descent Kids Cross Channel Swim, to talk about this iconic annual event now in its 21st year. The Nevis Descent Kids Cross Channel Swim challenges novice and competitive swimmers to swim the distance of 2.5 miles, which is 4.1 kilometers, from Nevis to St. Kitts. This exhilarating event is open to everyone who is enthusiastic enough to take the plunge and swim between these two sister islands. Mr. Crooke, thank you for meeting with us today to provide our viewers with more information about the Nevis to St. Kitts Cross-Channel Swim event happening this year on Sunday, March 26th. Welcome, Mr. Crooke. Okay, so shall we begin?
Good afternoon, yes.
Okay, our first question is, how did the Nevis to St. Kitts Cross-Channel Swim, now in its 21st year, got started?
Well, actually, the truth of it is it got started for a particularly sad event in that we lost a member of our club, a prominent member of our club, to cancer. And in honor of losing her, we decided as a group we would do something different. And so that was the challenge. We would swim across from Nevis to St. Kitts. So 35 of us did it the first year, and 45 the next year. And after that, it was starting to grow and develop, and I couldn't do it anymore because I was busy organizing it. So now, fast forward all these number of years, I'm still doing it.
Yeah, okay. So it's grown. Okay,
yes, it's grown a lot.
Now, the event was halted, suspended, I guess, during the COVID-19 pandemic, right? How did that affect the event, or what was the enthusiasm, I should ask, when you brought it back in 2022?
Well, it was, I mean, obviously COVID affected everybody globally, so it impacted us here, specifically for the event. So that what happened was we had to cancel it twice. So that set me back. But the main issue with that for me was that over the past, let's say 4-5 years, the outreach has grown. For example, in 2019, we do 250 people crossed.
Oh.
In 220, which is when we had to cancel, we were already at 250 a month out from the event, and we always have a last third event a month. So we were looking to surpass that. But then, of course, COVID took over, and that was the end of that until last year. But even though it was only a year ago, the shadow of COVID was still over us. And I was not sure whether or not, if it re-emerged, I would have to cancel again. So I deliberately did not promote. And even without promotion, we had 150 swimmers last year.
Okay, last year.
Again, so that's sort of in the shadow of COVID, not post-COVID, but the shadow of
COVID, right. Okay.
Yes.
Now, the participants begin on the beautiful island of Nevis at Huali Beach, and they swim the distance of 2.5 miles to St. Kitts Cockleshell Beach. How many swimmers are you anticipating this year?
Well, currently we're at 185.
How much? 185?
185.
Wow. Okay.
At this time today.
Right.
So
now,
we may break 200.
Yes, before. Okay. So what is the average time it takes to cross the channel?
Average time, okay, let's say an hour and 45 minutes as an hour.
And 45 minutes.
So obviously we have the faster swimmers, the people who are coming to either break the record or win their age group, etc. They'll be swimming in about an hour.
In about an hour, okay.
About an hour, yeah. And then obviously, there are different levels after that, okay?
Yes.
The nice thing about the event is that you're always competing against your own age group.
You're okay. Oh, is that right?
Yes.
So everybody starts out at different times? Or
no, we all start at the same time. It's a mass start. But everybody's competing against their own age group.
Okay, I see. All right. Well, I understand that you have swimmers as young as 8 and as old
Yes, we
as 70.
have had.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. You
When
know,
you're
I know.
capable, you're capable. Age has nothing to do with it.
Oh my gosh. 2.5 miles, for 8-year-old or okay, well, they swim. I see that they swim with floaters, right? What other safety measures are in place for the swimmers in case they get tired and they cannot go the distance and they want to stop or
Okay, so we have a number of measures in place. Obviously, the first criteria is safety. So a couple of years ago, I initiated to make the use of a personal tow float mandatory. So that for two reasons. First of all, importantly, you have your own personal flotation device along with you. So if you should need to take a rest, you can just hold onto the buoy.
okay.
The other reason is because from a visual standpoint, they're very visible. They're bright in our reach, so we can see them from the start to the middle of the swim, and from the other side, from the middle of the swim to the finish. So they're visible at all times.
Wow.
And so that's
okay.
key. Plus, we have a number of kayaks in the water who provide support, and we also have a number of boats in the water providing support, along with the Coast Guard.
I would imagine so. Okay. Well, can you now tell us about the different kinds of marine life that the swimmers see as they swim along?
All kinds of fish, because one of the lovely things about the swim is that you can see the bottom all the way across. It's a very shallow swim.
It's a shallow swim.
Yeah. The deepest, I think, is 28 feet at the deepest. Okay. So you can see that quite comfortably. So the likelihood you're going to see all kinds of fish life and sea turtles and so on and so forth.
Oh, how nice.
It's a great adventure. It's a great adventure.
It sounds like it really is. People look forward, these swimmers look forward to it. Well, okay, now tell me, what are the medical qualifications required for the swimmers to participate? Do they need medical clearance to show that they're in good health?
If for any event of a physical nature, you need to be medically fit. I mean, you shouldn't be entering if you're not. It's not a rescue center. So,
of course.
So so we expect persons who are going to make the crossing to have trained, which is the most important thing.
Okay.
Prepare themselves accordingly for the task that they're set out to do. It's 4 kilometers. It's a long distance. So the training is the important part. If you're prepared well, you will be absolutely fine. You'll
do fine. Okay.
It's not something I recommend getting up the day before and saying, I'll have a go. No. Okay.
You have to prepare way in advance, right?
Yes. Very much in advance. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, can you give us a brief breakdown of the costs to participate? Yes.
It costs anything for the cheapest is like $85 US to compete.
Oh.
And that goes up depending on how late you leave it. So the later you leave it, the more it's going to cost you, and that's your own fault.
Right. Okay. I do understand. But you have other rules and restrictions as well, don't you? I mean, I know that there's some.
In which way?
Well, I thought I read that maybe you had other rules, things that they can do and not do.
Well, no? I mean, obviously the rules apply to safety.
As far as safety.
Yes, as far as safety. That's our primary concern. Everybody competes on an even playing field and also keeps themselves safe. And if anything untoward happens, then we have safety protocols in place to take care of that. So, okay. But in terms of rules, rules are do as Winston says. That's the rules.
They're not allowed to drink any kind of alcoholic beverage before they start out.
That would be a very strange thing to be doing before so no, we don't expect. They can drink afterwards if they must.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. There'll be a breakfast waiting for them when they finish, and there'll be a bar, a restaurant at the other side, so they can once they've completed it, they can do as they wish.
It sounds like absolute fun. I have grandchildren that are competitive swimmers, and I told them about this. So,
and they should be here.
Well,
They should be here.
yeah. So if the swimmers want to participate this year, do they still have time to do so, you
Well,
think?
it depends on if they've been swimming or not. Anybody that's a competitive swimmer will already have done their preparation in it because they'll be preparing year round for the most part. Now, obviously, if this is something they're targeting, then they will have been building towards this. But they may very well have been planning to swim another event, and so they are ready. And unless they're trying to win it, if they are an experienced swimmer, they are more than capable, and they should be ready to swim such an event as this. But it is an open water event. It's not a pool event, and that's the major difference, because obviously you're subject to whatever nature throws at us on the day.
Yeah, on that day.
So you have to be comfortable navigating that.
Now, tell us about the prizes: first, second, and third place, male and female finishers. And you have them in all age categories. You have them in the under 19, 20 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and over 70 age groups. What are the prizes? Can you give us a hint as to what the prizes are?
Well, the prize process is very simple. If you come first, second, or third in your age group, you get one of our iconic stone turtle prizes, which are handcrafted by a local artisan. They're made of Nevis in the shape of a turtle. So you get to take a piece of Nevis home with you if you succeed in getting on the podium in your category.
Okay, all right. So registration closes this March 21st, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and I guess the swimmers would have to fly into Nevis.
They can fly into St. Kitts or Nevis. We have a small airport. It depends on where they're coming from. We do have regional participants as well who are coming from some other islands in the region, and they more than likely would come straight into Nevis. But of course, if they're international travelers, the likelihood is they'll be flying into St. Kitts Airport, and then they'll either be staying on St. Kitts or on Nevis, depending on what suits their budget and their interest, really.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now for those who want to participate next year, please tell us how we may qualify and register. Just tell us briefly.
Sure, yeah, we have, we want people to come from wherever they are. The more people, the merrier. The bigger the party, the better for everybody. We have websites, Nevis to St. Kitts crosschannelswim.com, nice and simple. And we have a Facebook page which you can join and follow. And all the news is updated regularly, so we keep people informed as to what is happening, if anything's changing, and so on. And we welcome you from whichever part of the world you're coming from, whatever age group you're in. As I said, we have a limit of 8, but no upper limit. So as long as you're trained and feel capable, you are more than welcome to join in. And as a rider, for those who may not have finished their preparation or are uncertain, we have a non-prize category, which is assisted, which means you can use a wetsuit, you can use mask and snorkel, flippers, any aid you wish that will assist you across, because the point is, if you want to rise to the challenge, we're not going to prevent you from doing that challenge. So if you need assistance, bring the assistance. It's just a non-prize category, that's all. But we encourage people to take part. And hopefully what they'll do is they'll do it with assistance the first year, realize they can do it, come back, train a bit more, and complete it unassisted the following year. That's what we hope.
Very good, very good. Well, I enjoyed talking with you, Mr. Crooke. I was very interested in this event, and it seems like a very fun event, something to look forward to every year.
Yeah, you should come and inspect. If you don't want to swim it, come and look on.
Yes.
You're more than welcome.
I would love to do that. Okay, well, thank you for your time. We appreciate the opportunity to speak with you.
Not a problem.
I wish you well. Wishing you best wishes on the event, and until next time.
Thank you very much. A pleasure speaking to you.
Same here,
hopefully
Mr.
we'll see you on Nevis one day.
Yes, I hope so too. You sure will.
Have a great day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.